Hello everybody, it's me, and welcome back to another video. Now, in this video, it's kind of weird, but I'm gonna explain it. This is technically episode 2 of a series that I'm gonna be starting, where I'm gonna be interviewing some quote-unquote popular people in the community. Not offensively popular, but like people that you may have heard of or do know about. That's what I mean by the popular. And yeah, in this episode, I'm going to be interviewing ownerdoor. If you guys want me to interview any other people, let me know. If you guys have some extra questions you'd like me to ask, let me know. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the interview. All right. Hello, ownerdoor. How are you today?
Good, thank you.
All right. Are you ready for this interview? It's going to be great. I have a bunch of questions. Sure. All right. For the first one, what playstyle do you generally stick towards in the meta at the moment?
I generally use semi-stall.
Like with what Lumians are on those kind of teams?
Well, the general build is like 6 walls and then 1 offensive breaker. So it's like you have the general stall build of having the walls, but then it's called semi-stall because you have your 1 breaker to make progress on the other team.
Yeah, but does it have to be like a breaker that doesn't have like many good counters?
Yeah, because if you have a breaker that has like a lot of counters to it or can't really make progress against those counters, then you're just gonna have like 4 other walls with it, and it's gonna be difficult to really actually win the game since you're not gonna be doing any damage to the opposing team.
Yeah, and like later in the battles, do you take the breaker out like early, or you try to do it later? Because after their checks or counters are chipped, you can take them out because they're chipped.
Yeah, you generally kind of try and bring it in later, but if you do have the opportunity, just try and bring it in basically as much as possible.
Yeah, because you just want to get as much damage as you can.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what is your like favorite playstyle overall? Like your favorite type of playing?
Well, I mean, I generally play similarly with most play styles, so it's kind of similar across like the board. But I mean, I prefer semi-stall just because, especially right now, it's the most consistent.
Yeah, I've noticed it. All right, what is enjoyable about the playstyle of semi-stall right now for you?
Well, I like being able to have like a defensive backbone to like be able to deal with their threats and such, but then you also have the breaker, which makes it like so instead of stall where you just have your walls that you're swapping between, you also have that offensive breaker that you can still make like a play and double into and damage their team.
Yeah, that does sound pretty fun. Just making sure that your whole team can stay healthy, then to send one thing in, just completely nuke them.
Yeah.
That's cool. And what got you into Lumian Legacy PvP in the first place?
Well, I had played towards like the end of Brick Bronze I was playing, and then like I watched Jamie's videos. Then I was watching Jamie's videos, so I started playing like patch 1 I was kind of PvPing, but I was just kind of like a general Colo player. I was playing kind of casually. And then like I joined Discord in patch 4. And then I joined my first tournament and then played like more seriously, and I managed to win that tournament.
Ooh.
Which was that was the PvP Cord tournament, which ended up getting me into Pro Cord, which was kind of like a prestigious server at the time.
That's nice. So you were casual at first, and then you were like, I am enjoying this, and then you won a tournament and you just kept going.
Yeah, basically.
That's nice. How did you like get into the Lumian Legacy community? Like, how did you get people to see you?
Well, it was mostly just that one tournament that I joined, and then from there, and then after winning that, people started to notice me, and then I was actually like, I had like literally in that tournament, I didn't lose a single loom. I won 5-0 every game.
What?
So yeah.
You were ahead of the game.
Yeah. And I was using balance in that tournament since I kind of started the game, and from there I had watched, that tournament was right after I think Eat's first tournament, like the Fevine Cup tournament, so I watched that, kind of saw what like people were using, and made a team based off that, and then joined
Ah, you
that
studied
tournament.
play styles.
Yeah.
That's nice. I I was a little bit into the competitive side for a little bit, and then suddenly like all of YouTube just like happened. Then I was like, wait, I can't do this anymore. For a little bit, I was doing it. I did. I got like worm kernels like league.
The league thing.
Yeah, I was second
Yeah.
place in Div 2 on season 1. I did pretty
Yeah,
good,
that's
but
pretty good.
I lost to to Venus Swine, because he was stalling. I didn't know how to fight stall. It was annoying.
Yeah.
And what made you want to start PvP in general? Like, what was the moment you realized I'm gonna do this?
Well, I mean, I generally just liked the game, and then with patch 1, there weren't, any updates for a while. So there wasn't much else to do since trading kind of sucks. So I went to do PvP, and then, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like everything's boring. I'm gonna go fight people. Then it's like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
And what is your favorite Lumian?
Well, so in patch 4, it used to be Tatab, because that was kind of the main Lumian that I was using, and it would, like, break through everything.
Yeah, Tata was
And
broken.
then, yeah. Although I think now it's no longer really Tatab. It's kind of shifted, maybe. I mean, I wouldn't say Luminami's my favorite Lumian, because that's kind of just something you slap on most teams.
Yeah. I think that's what I was asking is like what's your
Wait.
favorite Lumian, like design wise and such. So like I think what I meant by that question was like what is like just your favorite in general, not like PvP wise, just like your favorite one.
Well, I guess then with my profile picture, it is Volcaloa.
Yeah. Vocalo is pretty fun. I don't see
Yeah, it
many
just
people
has
use
like
it.
yeah, it has a funny design, and I mean, even PvP wise, right now it's like it's gotten much stronger with like Brawn Boost. Can
Yeah.
smack a lot of things.
I feel like not a lot of people are prepared for it. Every time I see one, I like shiver like, oh god.
Yeah,
Now I have
I
to
mean,
fight that.
most people have Luminami, but then with like +2 Coconut Bomb, you're doing like 90% to that.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Yeah.
And if you could
So
like, oh sorry, keep going.
yeah, so I was just gonna say, so it does smack a lot of people.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fun. All right, if you could change PvP or add a certain condition, what would it be? That being like add a ban system, like where you could ban a certain Lumian, or add a faster timer, like 15 or 30 seconds. Like, what would you do?
Well, I'd actually generally want a longer time, mostly just for team preview. I feel like the timer in team preview isn't long enough to really like analyze the matchup, choose your lead, choose which 5 you want to use. So I'd go with
Yeah,
like 1 minute 30 for the team preview time.
I've noticed that. Like sometimes when I'm just like recording in the lead slot, I like look away for like 2 seconds, and suddenly there's 10 seconds left. I've chosen one Lumian.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So like a
So I'd
quicker
want
timer, not quicker,
quicker
longer,
timer
longer.
though, yeah. I mean, maybe in the battle, sometimes you could have like a 1 minute timer. Sometimes you don't, although sometimes on some turns you do want to like calc something and
Yeah,
check the damage, but I think generally like the longer timer mainly just for team preview, and I feel like the 1 minute 30 timer for turns is pretty solid where it is.
yeah. Personally, for me, I would add a mode like Blitz. It's like where there's 15-second turns and you just gotta go. You still have the minute 30 to pick your team, but you have like just 15 seconds to pick your stuff and go.
Yeah, that's a thing on Pokemon Showdown.
Yeah, it seems fun.
Yeah.
And here's the question: what's your favorite PvP Lumian?
So that's now for PvP.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess in terms of what I just use the most, it would probably be Luminami.
Yeah.
I guess it's nice. It's able to take a hit from almost everything and pivot out. So
Yeah.
just enables a lot of your other Lumians.
It does. I love it. I love Luminami about that. if you swap into not very effective attack, you're basically guaranteed to get a flash and flee if it's not a plant type.
Yeah.
All right. What was your first PvP Lumion?
My first? I'm not really sure. Maybe it was Top. It was like in the. I think I kind of trained like my starting team mostly at the same time, so not really sure.
Yeah, it's kind of a hard one. You got to remember like way back when.
Yeah, maybe it was Zulong. That one was pretty good in patch 1.
You were one of those
Might have
guys.
been Zulong.
You were one of those guys. If you could remove one Lumion from the game, any variant, that being something like very clever Himber or something, what would it be?
Remove the Lumian?
Like, just completely get it out. Like, things like very clever Toad, like very brawny certain stuff, like you could just completely remove it.
I mean, I guess I'd just remove Metronet. Although Metronet is just banned in most tournaments anyway. So
I hate that thing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just for Colo, I guess I'd ban Metronet because it just mostly sweeps like a lot of teams if you don't have like the one counter to it, which is Hoganosh. But
yeah, it's irritating, that little puppet.
Yeah, it's a good thing it's banned in most tournaments, so
yeah,
don't have to deal with that.
If you could add one ability to the game, what would it be? Like, it doesn't even have to be Pokemon related. It could be literally anything you think of.
There's that. I mean, I guess I'd just ban an ability that, or add an ability that prevents provoke. I guess what's that called?
Like regift?
No, well, yeah, regift does block provoke, but there's one that just makes it so you can't be provoked. Not quite as strong as regift, but what's it called? Like,
I know. I think I know what you're talking about. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but that does sound pretty cool.
It's an ability in Pokemon, so.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fun. You just get free setup.
Yeah.
If you could have a certain dual typing, what would it be? Like any dual typing.
Wasn't it like I mean, Coloss does have decent like dual typing if it were given to maybe a mon that doesn't like burn itself with like recovery, then that would be a pretty good defensive typing. So I guess ancient and plant.
Yeah. For me personally, I think I would go light brawler. I always thought that's a really cool typing. Like after Atlantean, when brawler resists dark, I feel like the typing would complement itself really well.
Yeah, that's true. Then you also hit like spirit types and I guess like Obsidian.
Yeah, stuff like that. And if it's ranged, I feel like it'd be really strong.
Yeah.
I do want a ranged brawler type that's not Tatab pretty soon.
Well, yeah, Tatab isn't exactly a range.
Nope.
Yeah. I mean, some people run some ranged coverage on Tatab, but they always run jungle Jitsu. So.
Yeah. What is the most annoying Lumion for you to fight, but you can still play around it? It's just you don't enjoy fighting it.
I mean, I guess right now it'd be Wintrix.
The Wintrix. It's so strong.
Yeah, you don't really have like that many great swap-ins besides like Amulet, Akalos, or what else?
Clever Waba, maybe?
And like all the other answers get provoked down, so.
For me, I personally would just swap in Wobelisk. That's what I would do.
I guess Wobelisk does exist. It's just Wobelisk just isn't a Lumian I really like using that much.
I enjoy it. I think it's pretty fun. I can't wait till it gets Deep Freeze though, and when Deep Freeze is fixed, I can finally hit Luminami with my Akalos.
I mean, and Wobelisk probably also gets chunked by Frostbeam.
Yeah. All right. And do you enjoy the? Oh wait, wrong. What playstyle? Wait, I just said that. What playstyle do you hate fighting?
I wouldn't really say there's a playstyle that I don't like fighting, because I mean, especially since I use semi-stall, I don't really hate fighting stall or anything. I mean, stall is generally like interesting to try and break through, And semi-stall usually has a pretty good matchup against stall because stall's not really able to make progress against semi-stall since they don't have the breaker that you have, so they can't actually get through anything. And then if you play that breaker well, you can actually break through their walls.
Yeah.
And then offense and balance are both like playstyles I don't really mind playing against.
I want to send you my team after this, and you can tell me what it is, because I don't know what it is. I don't understand what it is. I would love to know what it is. I don't know what it is. Do you enjoy the community? Like, the people inside of it and the people that you know? Are they fun to be around?
Well, I mean, like, more or less, most people are, like, nice to me, I guess, since I have, like, a decent amount of respect, but, like, they can be toxic to, like, newer players, or especially just newer players to the community and like such. So in that sense, maybe they're not like the nicest people, but most of the people that like I'm kind of friends with in the community, I'd say are pretty nice.
Yeah, I feel like once you get to know the people, it's like, it's a great place.
Yeah, when they like kind of accept you.
Yeah, it's horrifying. It's like a tribal like ritual, like, we will accept you. There was actually a debate yesterday on my stream, who would win, LL community versus Dream SMP community. It was hilarious. How many tournaments have you won?
I mean, I don't. There's probably a lot. Like, I mean, as in terms of bigger because I've like won a lot like smaller tournaments. Bigger tournaments, maybe like 5-ish. So like in terms of like 128 people tournaments, maybe like 5, and then like a lot of smaller ones.
Yeah.
And then another kind of like I don't know if you know, but like the server Lumian Legacy Academia.
I was in that for a
one.
little bit.
Yeah, that there was like this league. They're kind of it was similar to Worms League in the sense that like you battled people for like points, but it was like as a team. So you had like 7 people.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah, you had it was like 8 people on a team. 6 of those people battled another team of 8, and then like you counted up the points from each team, and then that kind of your team in a standing in like this season, and then I think it was like top 4 teams went to playoffs. Yeah, and then so the team I was in also won that, so I guess I'd count that maybe as being a bigger tournament, since I also managed to go 11-0 there.
All right then. Oh my. I was in that for a little bit, but like I just didn't. I was invited to it randomly, and I was like, this seems interesting, and no one actually told me what I was getting myself into. They're like, hey, would you like to join our team for academia? And I was like, I did not know what it was, and I was like, sure. And then like 3 days later, I'm being spammed. Do your battles. I'm like, what do you mean? What am I doing? I did not understand what I was doing, and then after a little bit, I was like, oh. Then I left because I did not know what I was doing.
It was fun, like guys, if you participated then. Yeah. I think they're gonna host another, or like we're gonna host another one after Atlantean drops. I mean, maybe you can join that if you feel like it. But
That'd be fun. Let me be on your team, easy. Trust me, I'm not as bad as people say. I feel like I'm that content. I feel like I'm the content creator that like is like close to like the really good player level, but it's also near like the casual level.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of a thing. Also, I don't know. Like I watched, I think one of your videos or so. I think it was in like Worms League. I watched one of those videos, and you were making some decent like doubles and stuff. But then, like, do you usually battle Colo players for your other videos, or?
Yeah, usually. Problem is like right now I don't enjoy fighting the high level players because for me, I generally don't like fighting stall or semi-stall because I just don't really like sitting there for a long time. I kind of like getting them done quickly. And then I usually get like overconfident, like maybe this prediction is gonna work, then I die. So
Yeah.
I kind of just stopped doing it for a little bit. I'm kind of waiting until maybe it dies down, then I'll try to get back into it. Maybe if there's a really good breaker.
Also, yeah, and then I think you also use more like meme sets or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Most of the
and
time.
And that might be kind of harder to get to work against the higher level players, especially if they're just running their fat teams.
Funnily enough, I actually used the meme teams, and I did get the second in Div 2, so I thought I was happy with that.
Yeah. I mean, you can definitely still win with them. It's just more difficult.
Yeah, I just enjoy it. I mean, I've been using Protagon ever since December 8th of last year.
Yeah, Protocon is quite good, like speed control, and especially if you manage to get like +1 with Analyze, can do good damage.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just want like specs to come out, and oh my god, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, Proto would definitely probably run specs.
That or Scarf with Smart.
Yeah, although I mean, it doesn't really need the speed to outspeed like other things besides like maybe Proto or very nimble Zoos.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'd rather go specs than go Scarf on like a slightly slower mon, but yeah.
Yeah. There's I always get told in the comments like people are using very smart Zulong over very nimble Zulong. Why did you swap out? And then I literally show them in the next like 5 minutes, like I'll swap in Protagon and I'll show you that I'm not gonna outspeed Zulong, and I never do. I never outsped one in like 3 months.
I mean, people should be running very smart Zoo. In my opinion, it's just better than very nimble, but especially with like Colo players, they probably would run very nimble.
Yeah, I know if I like, when I was in like the league and stuff, I was really enjoying fighting the high level players because it just felt refreshing fighting someone that knew what they were doing. Because
like you can just play like safe against a Colo player and basically just have them sack their mon to everything.
Yeah, and then when you fight the good players, it's like you have to make predictions and actually be in their mind, and that's what I loved about it. But I just can't do as much as I used to be able to because everything kind of exploded. And
it's kind of also, I guess, since the majority of the community mostly just plays in Colo, so it's harder, I guess, to attract viewers maybe with like tournament play, which they might not understand as much of versus like just playing against other Colo randoms, I guess, because they are also general Colo players usually.
Yeah. All right, that was the how many tournaments have you won? And is that? I think so. Who would you say is quote unquote the scariest person for you to fight in a tournament? So the person that you just are a little nervous about fighting.
I mean, like, I guess in terms of probably who I have the lowest chance of winning against, maybe it'd be Ouija. Is like Ouija does, like, in my opinion, Ouija is probably like one of the best players right now. So maybe it'd be Ouija.
I think
although the nice thing is first Ouija, since we're also like good friends, doesn't matter as much like losing to him.
Yeah.
And I enjoy battling him, so.
I think one time I competed in a 2v2 tournament, and he was on the team with Bad Glowing Diamond, and me and my teammate actually won in that battle. They led off with, it's been a while, but I think it was Eliguana and Garlash, which they were just...
was that Joey Blocks' tournament or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I joined that, and then we got rolled against them. Yeah,
I avenged you!
Or battle, so...
Yeah, I avenged you, don't worry. I used Mutagon and saved it till the last second when their Metronet was dead, so... Alright, on to the next one. If you could give any Lumian one move, what would it be? It can be like as outlandish as you want it to be, like Swolder Magnify. Like
I'd give Himber Red Shoe.
No! No!
So, only problem with giving Himber Red Shoes, it would just like instantly become Ubers.
It would.
I'd never be able to use it, but it'd be fun.
Give it Slumber. Boom.
Yeah. I really dislike Slumber. Because, like, usually you click Slumber, and then they're going to swap into something that, like, instantly threatens you out.
Yeah.
So it's like you get 33% recovery, 25% energy. Or no, it's 25% recovery, 33% energy or something.
I don't even remember. I think you're right, though.
One of those. Yeah, one of those two, but then now you're still asleep for 2 more turns since you're probably just getting forced out by what they bring in.
Yeah. Yeah, slumber's a scary move. Scary move. Do you do any like hunting or trading, or is it kind of just generally PvP?
It's basically only PvP. Like, only
Mm.
hunting I'll do is maybe they add the new roamer, like a Kalos, so I'll go for,
Yeah.
like, SA if it's, like, good on it.
Oh, I have a question. When Akalos first came out, did you go brawny for normal ability and nimble for SA, or just nimble for both?
I actually ended up going clever. Or for SA.
Yeah, at like SA, would you go nimble or brawny?
I went brawny.
Okay. Just curious. Do you voice chat and Lumen Legacy official people every so often, or are you even in the server?
What?
Do you like voice chat with people in LL official every so often?
No.
Okay. I know some people that do that. I think Dan does that every so often. And what is the most broken Lumian in your opinion? Mudagon, you cannot say that because we all know Mudagon's broken.
I mean, after Muta, it'd probably be Metronet.
Besides that, besides the two Ubers.
Seven loves.
No,
Also
no
usually
Ubers. No Ubers.
I guess, I mean, Luminom isn't exactly broken. It's just so good that you could consider it broken, maybe.
I feel like you can just slap it onto any team and it's instantly a good team.
Yeah, I mean, like, I had made this somewhat not official rule, but for PvP, like, if your team doesn't have Luminami, you lose.
You're not good. One moment. All right, here we go into the next question. Oh my god, my voice. If you could change an ability of a Lumian, what would it be and what Lumian?
If you change an ability, make
Like-
Krakaloa's ability ignorant.
I love it. I agree. I love it. I love it. And give it driving force.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's kind of a useless ability right now. Like, well, combustible is not very useful because you resist fire type moves and they do like 10% to you anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you get that immunity to fire, which could be good versus Eruptodon later.
Yeah, I guess versus Eruptodon, especially now it's getting D-Surge.
It's going to be horrifying. Rip my Nimue and Luminami, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Why did Jamie have to give it Dark Surge? The two Lumians used to check Eruptodon. They now die. That's horrible.
Yeah.
I
think it was a good buff to Eruptodon though. Like,
yeah.
It does make sense.
Apparently Starzener made a very clever Arapago. And I'm just like, why? Why would you do this?
Yeah. That answers Eruptodon, I guess.
I'm just gonna hope Nimue lives. That's what I'm gonna hope for. Are you excited for Atlantean and the new Lumians and possible meta shift from the oriented stall meta at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I am kind of excited just since we haven't had like a big new update in almost a year, right? Yeah, I mean, but
Yeah.
at the same time, we have continually been getting new Lumians throughout, so
Mm-hmm.
the meta has already changed significantly, and I kind of want it to I kind of want to see how Wintrix and Akalos like change it up for a bit, but I mean, maybe in like a month, I would definitely be happy to see a change in the meta.
Yeah. I want Wintrix to get deep freeze someday. I think that'd be fun.
Oh yeah, to hit Luminami even harder, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be great. Anything to hit Luminami, I'm gonna take.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't even think I'd run Deep Freeze on Wintrix
Still-
personally. I think Frost Beam's damage is just
Yeah.
better. But maybe it's an option on like a glide set or a what's the other
Oh yeah, that's
ability?
right.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah, chill. I mean,
Wait.
probably not on chill, but maybe on a glide set.
Yeah, you're still walled by Wimpor though, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Can't believe you get walled by Wimpor with Wintrix. Like, I knew, like, the moment that I saw it got wise, I knew that it was literally gonna be the best one. Cause, like, think about it.
Yeah.
Nothing can switch in freely. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah,
What
I mean, it technically, like, every moveset has like no counters, but each moveset can't beat everything. Or
Yeah,
one moveset can't beat everything, but like through its movesets, it has no counters.
yeah, it's amazing. I love it. I think it's just broken. I think it's exactly what I think it if used right, it can break through stall, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, clever Amulet Akalos can deal with it well,
Yeah.
but
You just swap in a Lumi, you can pivot, and
yeah.
yeah, it's
And maybe if you are using like Chase Down Burglar Ragoon, he can steal Amulet from it, and there goes its recovery.
so that wait, is that how so wait, ability thief doesn't trigger when they chase down, but
Yeah, but Burglar does. Yeah.
why does no one use Ragoon?
No, people actually do use Ragoon, so
I just need to if I fight a high level player, then I'm gonna see these teams because for me, I actually keep up with what people are using. I just can't. I don't fight those people that are using it because if I did it for a video and say like the showcase Lumian dies immediately, I'm just end up cutting that battle out and I'm not gonna do anything with it.
yeah.
And I'm just gonna sit there for like 30 minutes, like click, 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 click. And what is your rarest find?
Oh, actually, this is a funny story. So, I was using what was it? Yeah, I was using ults like at the beginning during patch 1 to get like I was just getting like boost tokens so that way I could try and get shards by finding corrupts using roam boost.
Yeah.
And so on one of these ults, I had roam and gleam boost on without any passes, and I found a gleam dusket.
No way.
Yeah. But,
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, but then I got kind of scammed like out of it since I don't really trade much, and so like first I downgraded it to like 3 Gleam starters, which at that in patch 1 Gleam starters were worth a lot, so it's like
Yeah.
3 Gleam starters and a Gleam SA, I think.
Nice.
And then I traded the 3 Gleam starters for like 30 shards each, and the Gleam SA for 50 shards. So I'm sitting pretty nice on shards. I have like 120.
I cannot hold on to shards for 10 minutes, and you have 120. Well, I know who I'm going to.
I'm not giving that.
And lastly, do you enjoy Lumion Legacy in the current state?
I mean, I think right now it is a pretty good game, but I mean, a lot of people just are waiting for Atlantean to come out.
I bet people are going to be complaining like day 1 about Atlantean. I guarantee. There's going to be this. There's
too little content. Yeah. Because they're just gonna like skip through every story and. Yeah.
I'm personally very excited for it, and I hope that we get. I want something faster than Gobademic. That'd be great.
Yeah, like that'd be, I guess, a change.
Yeah. Well.
And Gobademic isn't really used much, so it'd really just kind of be faster than Protagon.
Yeah, it kind of just died in usage because of Venolin.
Yeah.
And Venolin's everywhere.
I mean, I personally don't use Venolin that much. I mostly use, like, Spolder as my toxic type, because it also resists, like, dark types. Which is generally something I need, since if I put Venolin on my team, sometimes, like, in terms of weaknesses, it just doesn't work out.
Yeah, I've thought about adding Swolder to my team, like just because I feel like it would fit in very nicely. Having a poison and bug coverage, or toxic and bug coverage is good with rejuvenate and having poison. Pretty good.
Although I guess if you're playing in like a Cephalops meta, then Venolin does do slightly better. So.
Yeah, but I hardly see Cephalops, but like. If you're using like a very clever one, you can just parasitize Cephalops on the Frost Beam and you're fine.
And they probably wouldn't even run Frost Beam.
Yeah,
I feel like you have better
Hypno,
options.
Trap, Tsunami, and Soul Drain?
Yeah. That's what was. Some people ran Barter over Hypno with like Barter Shackles.
Yeah, that's what I did day 1, I think. But then I realized, wait, mine's SA.
Yeah, Hypno is probably better.
Yeah. And while we're on that subject, do you think hypnotized cephalops like with SA is good?
Yeah, I think that is pretty good.
I don't get why people say it's bad, because like for one, you're getting chip damage, and you can also set up traps, and then you just soldier and get all your health back. And if they're asleep for 3 turns, then you basically just got like all their health is gone.
Yeah.
I just think it's good.
Yeah, they're still just asleep, and it's like free chips. So.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I remember it. It's actually a funny story. The day before Lando tweeted out Route 8, I was going to bed. Like, this was the day before he was like, Route 8's coming out tomorrow around this time. And I went to sleep like, I want a Loomian like Darkrai. The next day.
There you go.
I was like, what just happened? Brad was listening to my brain.
Yeah, but it's just not 100% hypno and not quite as fast.
Yeah. Do you think Yawn is gonna be like a good like? I personally think it's gonna be a good buff because like you're forcing switches basically.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot that hypno is getting changed to Yawn.
I think
yeah,
it'd be good.
I think that will be quite nice.
A lot
Makes
of people.
it also, I guess,
Sorry.
a bit more difficult to like just kind of click hypno on everything and remove some of like the RNG reliance, since a lot of battles kind of can come down to whether you hit like the hypno or not.
Yeah, and it's horrifying. I remember so many moments where I'm like, hypnotize. If you hit, I'll be so happy. And either one, it misses and I'm silent for 3 seconds, or it hits and then I have a wave of relief.
Yeah. I mean, like, what are you supposed to do if the opponent's not following sleep claws and they hit all their hypnos? Then it's
What
like,
are you
if they're
supposed
just
to do?
epidemic, then your entire team is.
It's horrible. Like, I want Brad to implement sleep claws soon.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess Yawn will somewhat help with that hypno problem.
Yeah.
Since they're not instantly putting the thing to sleep.
Yeah. I think that'd be pretty good, because for one, you're gonna get guaranteed damage if they do click hypno, but I just think it'd make SA cephalops like not bad, but maybe a little better, because if you think about it, you're gonna be forcing their switch, meaning if you hypno and you hit it, you're guaranteed traps, because they're either gonna fall asleep, get more chips, or you're gonna guarantee traps. I think personally, it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, and I mean, cephalops does sometimes invite in like looms which don't immediately threaten it out, like a Stratosaur or something.
Mm-hmm.
They're just trying to gust the strats or the traps. Then Yawn has the 100% accuracy, and you get your guaranteed sleep.
Yeah,
and they're not like swapping out again anyway. And you're also quite a threatening like loom, so it's hard for them just to kind of pivot around you on the Yawn, since generally maybe they'll only have like one dark resist.
Yeah.
Since it's hard to hit multiple on a team.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's all the time for today. Thank you for coming out for this interview. Hopefully you had fun.
Yeah, no problem.
All right then. Thank you.
Bye.